Hey, Jarvis, how's it going?
We have about an inch of snow on the ground, and
Whoa, nice.
it's super cold. We're supposed to get some more snow tonight.
It's super cold here, but we don't have any snow.
Yeah, so we're just kind of we've been hunkered in for about a week now. I'm kind of getting stir crazy, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Lots of time to do a lot of work because I have to start teaching again next week. So
I thought you'd be reading books or something.
I should be. I think tomorrow I am going to spend some time reading. Trying to get. I got some commitments about that. Trying to get myself more literate. Distractions with video games and just life, and of course Echo.
Right.
But I watched the latest episode of Echo. I watched on the treadmill.
Cool, nice.
Yeah, I try to like the episode's like 40 minutes, and I try to work out 30. But I pushed myself and did it for extra 40 so I could finish this episode. It was pretty good.
Now, are you jogging or are you walking while you're watching it?
Just getting sweaty, and then I'm stopping.
Okay.
And, my knees jogging at 46. It feels kind of rough.
Yeah, I hear you.
But anyway, so this episode of Echo. Has Maya sabotage our weapons shipment, because apparently where she is right now does some kind of shipments for Fisk, and that's why she's there. And she had to do a very dramatic train heist. Well, it's not really a heist. She just stripped the train. It was pretty good.
She planted a bomb on the train.
Pretty much, yeah, planted a bomb. And what was interesting this episode is, before I get to the train part, there's another part that I thought was interesting. Is there's a flashback to Choctaw. I'm going to pronounce that Choctaw. How you say it?
Choctaw, isn't it?
Choctaw. The game that they played at the beginning is called Ishtabuli or Stickball.
Stickball.
And it's 100% accurate. There's actually a link in our show notes. Says that the Choctaw Nation worked with Marvel when they were doing this to make everything very authentic. And it's a really good website with all kinds of great information. It's very thoroughly done. It's really good. So there's some videos involved too. And so when I saw the game, I was like, well, there's no way they would put this game into the show and not be accurate, because people would lose their brain. And in fact, it was. And man,
that's for real.
Fun to me.
It's for real. Fun.
Yeah.
The Cherokee, I went to go visit Cherokee this summer. And the Cherokee would do the same thing. So a lot of the Native Americans would play stickball instead of actually going to war. They would use stickball to settle disputes like territorial disputes.
How in the world did they do that and stick to it? Like how did they not just go to war anyway? You know, it must.
What's the difference, really? Right? They're both games.
But the difference is the promise. You know, the promise is, okay, we won't be physically violent after this, you know?
Well, but they're both games, right? I mean, war is also a game, and you just at some point decide that you lost the game.
Well, the difference is I have 50
The difference
soldiers,
is one game has people dying in it and one game doesn't.
Yeah, but the difference is if I have 50 soldiers and I kill them off, then you can't do anything, and I can do what I want. You know, so that's like war is a little different as far as the body count afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a resource. It's also a resource management thing too, right? You know, war is expensive, it has people dying in it. But I like the idea of this. It's actually a really deep dive Star Trek episode where the crew of the Enterprise goes to a plant that's actually playing war games, and instead of bombs and stuff and killing people, if your name was called, that means you died in a simulation. You had to go kill yourself in World 2. It's very interesting.
That sucks.
Yeah, it always sucked.
That's like a way worse version.
Old school Star Trek has some good episodes, man. People sleep on it, but it was actually really good. Yeah. Anyway, so one of the characters in the stickball game, she gets superpowers from her ancestors, and that's how she wins. And in the train scene, Maya's leg gets caught in the train connections, and she uses these powers to get her leg out. Mike, how did you feel when you actually saw her use these powers?
I think I felt okay with it. It's I don't know. Does she have powers in the comics?
No, except for one time when she got the Phoenix Force. Do you remember what the Phoenix Force is?
I do, because you explained it last episode.
Thank you. I've talked about the Phoenix Force at length, but there's a time in the comics where she does get the Phoenix Force for a limited amount of time, and she has powers there. But before that, no. Her only ability is the same ability as Taskmaster from the comics, which is the ability to look at someone and memorize their abilities just from looking at it.
Photographic memory of.
Yeah, photographic. It's called photographic reflexes. I wonder if is that a real thing? Can people really do that?
I don't know. I'm sure some people are way better at it than others.
Yeah. I don't know. And listen, I know that you've seen the whole thing because you cheated, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about mixing in some superpowers. It's like she was badass.
I liked her without them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't really need them, and like, I understand that Marvel can't help themselves. They have to do some stuff like this. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they could have done it in a different way, like giving her different abilities besides like super strength or whatever she's got. It's just, I kind of wish it looked.
I don't know exactly what she's got. It's it seems like it does different things depending on what's needed at the time. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even know if by the end of this series you'll know what her powers are capable of.
Yeah, it's fine. I just kind of feel like, here we go. I was totally baked into this.
I would have liked just another Daredevil type character.
Yeah,
who
me too.
Isn't superhuman, but has different abilities from most of humanity.
Well, he definitely is superhuman.
Is he?
Yeah, he has special abilities for sure.
Daredevil?
Yeah, yes.
Superhuman abilities?
Yes.
What?
He has super hearing.
That's not super hearing. That's just compensating.
He does have super hearing. He has super hearing. He can hear your heartbeat out of your chest, Mike. You can't just do that.
I don't know. I guess.
Okay. Close your eyes. Can you hear your heartbeat?
Yeah, but I've got high blood pressure.
Are you taking your pills? You really should, man. You really should. But no. Like, Matt Murdock got hit with some radioactive fluid into his eyes. That's what blinded him, but enhanced all his other abilities. Yeah, he has superpowers.
I didn't know that.
Dude, this right now, we're watching Daredevil after this. This is ridiculous. Are you serious with me right now?
I don't know if we're watching Daredevil next.
Yeah, we are. What else we got to do?
Might watch Andor.
Okay, well, maybe. All right. Anyway, Matt does have superpowers, and in the comics, it's not really clear if Echo has superpowers or not. So I thought it was interesting. But anyway, her having these powers from her ancestors, if it tells a bigger story and help us connect her to her ancestral story, I'm fine with it.
I think that's like maybe the main reason. I don't know.
But if it looks cheap, I'm not down with it. But anyway,
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Marvel needs to get off the superhero tick. And there's a thing in the show notes and the news you can abuse.
How many non-superheroes would you say there are in Marvel comics?
Not many. I can't. Not many at all.
Black Widow.
Yes, 1.
Hawkeye.
2.
And you say Daredevil has like superhuman abilities, so he doesn't count.
He doesn't count. Iron Man technically doesn't. War Machine technically doesn't. But not many, man. They all have some kind of ability.
Yeah.
They can't help it. They love it. They're addicted to it. Anyway,
okay. I like Black Widow.
I like Black Widow too. Too bad she got killed. Maybe if she had superpowers, she wouldn't have been dead, right? So there's a couple things I liked about this episode. I liked a lot of the cultural references when that man, that woman were buying some Native American stuff, and
that was pretty cool.
The guy was making fun of them.
Did you hear what he was chanting?
Yeah, what was it?
Buy the damn thing. Buy the damn thing.
That was cool, and also it set him up as sort of like a armorer for Maya because he rebuilt her leg, what I thought was nice.
I thought for sure that what she was asking, because she doesn't show the audience what she wants. She shows him on her phone. Mm-hmm. And I thought for sure he was going to use those recurve bows that were in the background to give her like some kind of fake leg that was kind of like blades, like awesome. They use in the Olympics. But it's just like kind of like a standard fake leg, I guess, but ornamental.
Yeah, and there's a temporary one. She's going to get a better one later, which is going to be kind of fun. I like that. I am on Team Biscuit. I love Biscuit. Who's the guy who plays that character?
Cody awesome. Lightning.
He's fun. He's so fun. He is a great character.
Yeah,
he's a great actor, great character. I loved it. I loved everything about him. He's super
he needs
fun.
Like a little buddy that's named Gravy.
Well, what's his dog's name?
His dog has like a Billy Jack.
Yeah, dude, that scene where she jumps off the train and then he has to follow her was a very well done scene. Excellently, a great pacing, fun to watch, exciting, the whole 9 yards. They had consequences, everything. Yeah, highlighted, I think, for the first time, Maya's character. She's willing to risk her life and the life of others to do what she wants right now, which is going to cause some problems later, 100%.
Right.
And then we find out that she planned a bomb and it explodes and kills a bunch of people, and now the war is coming home to her, I bet, 100%. We also get more of this Bonnie stuff, which I guess we have to care about. Like, whatever. I'm kind of tired of, like, these other characters trying to make the superhero or main character, like, weaker. Does that make sense to you?
What do you mean, like, weaker?
I'm Bonnie. I'm your sister, but I'm really your cousin, but I'm your sister. We've known each other for a long time. I care about you immensely. And like, I'm going to like try to make you not do a gang war stuff. I want somebody who'd be like, yeah, let's do a gang war. And like, I want somebody to foster Maya's craziness, not like try Biscuits. To make her,
like Biscuits.
Yeah, like Biscuit. I want more people like Biscuit. I mean, I'm just kind of tired of like the guy who was telling her I want a war here, like all that stuff. Like, get out of here. Like, I'm just kind of tired of those kind of characters. Like,
Henry is looking after his own interests.
That's true. And the interests of others. He doesn't want to get killed.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I really liked the scene. This whole episode, Echo. It was fun. What did you think?
What did I think of this episode? It was good. I liked it. I liked the train scene. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it's good. B. Solid B.
The more I watch this, the more I think that this probably could be a one big movie type deal. But we're going to talk about that at a later time. But
I don't know what I thought about the flashback. I think
the game.
Yeah, it just didn't seem energetic enough.
What?
Like, it seemed like they put more effort into the Snitch games in Harry Potter than they put into this.
What are you talking about? That game was awesome. It was violent. It was hyper. It was fast-paced. Yeah, dude. Watch it again. Were you sick when you watched this first time? I
rewatched it today. It just seemed like it was, I don't know.
I thought it was very well done.
Okay.
Very well. I want this. When I watch a TV show or read a book or anything, there's one core thing I want. I want my eyes to look at something I've never seen before, or I want to learn something I don't know. And this gave me everything I wanted. Like, it helped me see and understand something I didn't understand, I didn't know before. Like, I think that art is supposed to illuminate like that, and I really appreciate it.
Right.
Like, I got very curious.
So you didn't know about that at all?
I didn't know.
I didn't know until the summer. So yeah.
Yeah, I got more curious about the game. I looked it up. I found out all kinds of stuff. It's like it's great, and like it kind of looks like what is it? Cricket? No, not cricket.
It's kind of like lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah. Lacrosse is a very popular game up here in Maryland, DC area. Lots of kids play lacrosse.
Okay.
And it looks like just like lacrosse actually, with the sticks and everything else. Lacrosse is very violent. You can hit people with that thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, they used it as a replacement for war. So
yeah, so it's great. No, so yeah, you might think so you thought the game wasn't well choreographed.
It just didn't seem that energetic. Maybe it was the main woman that didn't seem energetic. I don't know. I like the entrance of the big player on the other scene. I like the way that they introduced him. That was pretty cool.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
But I think I could have used a little bit more either rehearsal or energy or something.
There were the people who were playing the game were real players. They weren't actors, so that could be. So maybe their movements weren't exaggerated like you wanted.
Interesting. So you looked into that?
Oh yeah, they actually had people, real players, play the game. So most of the guys who saw.
Okay. What about the woman? Do you know if the woman is she a real?
Probably she might have been actor. I don't know for sure.
Yeah. So I think she was my main problem with it. Was just like her. She didn't seem energetic enough.
That's fair. I mean, you have your right to things.
We do see, and I didn't notice this the first time that I watched this episode, but I did notice it the second time. Another character or another actor from Reservation Dogs shows up for the first time in this episode. He's in the scene where her grandmother and one of her aunts are like they're planning the powwow. Mm-hmm. That the town's going to have. He's in. His name's Dallas Goldtooth.
Mm. I'm sure we're going to see more characters from Reservation Dogs.
He's a special one because in Reservation Dogs he plays a spirit, so he is he's an ancestor. He's a pretty funny character in Reservation Dogs.
I've spent some time out west for the last 2 summers. I've done trips out there. And my wife and I drove through some reservation areas, and not Oklahoma, but I think it was Utah and some other places. And it's absolutely beautiful. The countryside and everything else it's beautiful to see. But the game itself was played, I think, they actually filmed it in Georgia. But I think also too. The birthplace of the Choctaw people is Mississippi, which is kind of interesting. So, like, again, one more thing before we start wrapping up on this. A lot of times, I feel like when people talk about diversity or people talk about trying to hear minority voices, people kind of groan or roll their eyes. There's a reason why, like, stuff like this is important because you learn something you didn't know, and it's absolutely fascinating. And we have so many cultures in America, just American culture, that if you you can't just have one piece of the culture. All the pieces of the culture, everything that caused America to be what it is making us who we are. We need to learn about that kind of stuff. So again, I know I think the MCU Marvel ran the risk of getting people to be kind of like turned off by this a little bit because it might be too. I don't know what the word is, too, like, in your face or whatever. But I think with the way they're handling it and how they're approaching it, the way they handle it and the way they're approaching it is spot on in my book. And everything is helping to tell this great story. And so I'm glad they kind of leaned, instead of like kind of lightly doing it, they leaned heavily into it. Just like the What If episode 2. It probably is not a coincidence, Mike, that the What If episode and Echo kind of made it at the same time. I guarantee you they were like, well, this worked, so let's do this. They must have, I guess one probably influenced the other, but I'm not sure which one's which.
The What If episode was Mohawk, and this is Choctaw, which is interesting.
Good enough.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, like...
And Devery Jacobs is in both of them. In this, in Echo, she's Bonnie, and in the What If episode, she is the main character.
Well, I mean, again, the What If episode and these episodes of Echo are both really well done. So keep doing it, Marvel. Yeah. And like, I mean, too, like, this is the kind they didn't do this when it came to Moon Knight. Did you notice that? When it came to Moon Knight, they didn't do this level of work to kind of go through Egyptian culture. At least I don't remember it.
Oh no, there was not much Egyptian culture, which was kind of a letdown for me. Yeah.
So again, I guess I kind of learned a lesson. All right, that's it for me. We can get into news you can abuse unless you got something else.
No, just Dallas Goldtooth, bringing him up again. I noticed that he wrote a lot of episodes of Reservation Dogs, in addition to being an actor in several of the episodes. So he's an actor in like 10 episodes of the show, and then he wrote like 20.
Oh wow, cool.
So I would love to see him be brought in by Marvel to like write some future Echo.
That'd be awesome. There are
something.
tons of Native American characters in the MCU that he could work on and do some cool things with. I would love to see.
Yep.
One more thing too, if you use the Echo ChoctawNation.com link that we have in our show notes, they talk about a cultural center in Oklahoma that you can go to and learn more about this. So again, if you're in Oklahoma, do you have any listeners in Oklahoma? Check it out. I bet it'd be really cool. Anyway, Mike, are you ready for some news? You can have views.
I am ready.
So all this stuff is out, but I kind of want to talk about this at depth a little bit because all of them deserve some discussion. First up, there's an article from IGN.com written by I'll give some respect to the person who wrote this, Jesse Shinden. Mike, you might disagree with this. I hope you don't. Instead of these stupid Kang and Thanos and all this other stuff, we need the next big bad to be Kingpin. What do you think, Mike?
Oh my god.
Come on!
He's not a big bad. He's a street level thug.
No, Kingpin's super smart. He's super smart.
Right.
He's been around the MCU for a long time. He's battled Spider-Man, the Avengers, Daredevil.
The Avengers?
Yeah, the Avengers.
He's an Avengers level threat?
He can be.
What did he do that the Avengers had to get involved?
I don't remember. He just has done stuff. But
he doesn't seem like even as the mayor of New York, he doesn't seem like an Avengers level threat.
He did run for mayor, right? He ran for mayor once.
Yeah, I think you told us about that in like the previous.
And then he kicked all the superheroes out of New York. And the Avengers have a base in New York. So
is that when he was an Avengers level threat?
I guess so. Anyway, my point is, Mike, come on. I think if we're talking, look, Echo is working. Daredevil Born Again is going to work. Give us, Spider-Man versus Kingpin. That would be awesome. I mean, it doesn't have to be a physical fight. He has to be cerebral. Come on. Kang did not work. And Thanos is gone. And we're sick of Thanos. All right? We're sick of him.
Thanos
Dr.
is gone.
Doom, we might get him at some point. Who knows? Let's bring in Kingpin. Let's do it. I'm excited about it. I'm ready. I'm on board with this. And he wants to do it. The actor wants to do it. He'll probably do 1,000 movies if we sign him for stuff. Come on.
Yeah.
It all depends on Daredevil. It has to be good. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next up, this is interesting. I don't know about that. Tatiana Maslany. We love Tatiana Maslany around here. She was asked by some people if She-Hulk, if season 2 is coming out, and she said, quote, "I don't think so. I think we blew our budget," and Disney was like, "No thanks." That's all we have. So there's nothing else. And Tatiana is now a producer at Marvel, so she doesn't know anything about that kind of stuff. But
right. Well, she's probably talked to people.
Do you think so?
You don't think so?
She's probably talked to people. Yeah, she probably has.
She's probably like, "Hey, what's up?
So
we're doing it again, or we're not?" You know.
Okay, so listen, I teach critical thinking and rhetorical analysis in college. So I'm going to look at her statement again, and I'm going to do some rhetorical analysis.
I mean, we do know that anything like this is, in fact, negotiating in public.
Okay, well, let's just look at it, okay? So this person says, should we hope for a season 2? And then she says, I don't think so, which means I don't think you should hope. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't hope. So the word I don't think is a qualifier. Okay, so that means, okay, maybe. Then she says, I think, so again, another qualifier, I think we blew our budget. Now, this is interesting. When she says, I think we blew a budget, that means She-Hulk season 1 went over budget. And that was a problem that she was aware of and probably the rest of the staff. So
I've not verified these numbers, but I saw somebody on Mastodon claim that the She-Hulk budget was $5 million more than the Avengers budget.
Which movie?
The first Avengers movie.
Oh, right. Ugh. Wow. And it didn't even look that good. The CGI didn't even look that good. Okay. And then she says, and Disney was like, no thanks. So
now that's an older movie, and budgets are they're creeping up, but still, that's like not a great comparison.
And when she says, and Disney was like, no thanks, it sounds like she's privy to a conversation where someone's like, hey, Disney, are we going to do She-Hulk season 2? And Disney's like, you guys blew over budget last time. You'll just do it again this time. So I think she's right. I don't think we're going to see it.
Well, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
The main character is CGI.
Yeah.
That ain't cheap.
No.
So
now, could we see She-Hulk in a different thing? Like an Avengers movie or something else? Probably.
Yeah, I think for sure we're going to see her in something else, but it's probably not going to be her own TV show.
No, probably not. Am I sad about that? Not really. I think She-Hulk was good. I think She-Hulk was a good series, but I don't know what it can bring to the table for season 2, even though I thought it was super fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's like, but I do want more Tatiana as She-Hulk. Please give us more of that. And just give Tatiana anything she wants. Have you ever watched that show she was in? I can't think now. Orphan Black. You ever watch Orphan Black?
No.
Watch Orphan Black. You love it.
Is there a word for something where when someone recommends something to you,
I talked about that last week.
You're just like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's called. We're going to call it a name. You ready? This is what it's going to be called. You ready?
I know what it's called, but I'm going to hear what you're going to call it.
Well, it's an official word?
No, go ahead. Let me hear what you're going to call it.
I think we should call it Jarvism.
Oh, okay.
I feel
it's just that you're a curmudgeon.
Am I a curmudgeon?
That's the word for it. Yeah, you're a curmudgeon.
I'm fine with that. So are you.
I don't think I want to watch Orphan Black.
Okay. You that's a Jarvism for you. You should. It's awesome.
The name doesn't grab me. What's it about?
Can I tell a funny story?
Sure.
There's a movie called God, what is it called? I totally forget.
The Creator?
No, not The Creator. No, not that. It's with Matt Damon, and it has a bunch of other people in it. It's a movie. Oh God.
We Bought a Zoo?
Huh?
We Bought a Zoo? Born Identity?
No.
How
you spell bureau? Bureau.
Burea.
Hang on. I gotta do this real quick. Matt.
The Adjustment Bureau.
Yes. Oh my God. Have you seen that?
I've seen the trailer.
Okay. So a friend of mine said, hey, you should watch The Adjustment Bureau. And I Jarvisism down. I said, I don't want to watch that.
Curmudgeon.
He sends me in the mail a copy of The Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah.
And he sends me another copy and another copy and another. He sent me 10 copies of this movie. And then finally I was like, fine, I'll watch it. Just leave me alone. And I watched it.
Was your friend a producer of this movie?
No, he's just a guy with too much disposable income. And every once in a while, he would send me a copy of Adjustment Bureau. I should do that for you. I should send you a bunch of copies. I'm not going to do that. All right. Next up.
Was it good?
It was fun. It was fun. It was afternoon. Okay, Mike. Have you seen this clip yet?
What are you talking about?
There is the DVD copy, the Blu-ray copy of the Marvels just came out last week, and there's some deleted scenes, and there's a deleted clip where Valkyrie calls Captain Marvel on her ship, but Miss Marvel is on the ship because they switch places, and Valkyrie and Captain and Miss Marvel talk. And there is there's a fan theory out there that Valkyrie and Captain Marvel are lovers in the show.
Yeah, I told you that there was a romantic relationship between the two of them.
Well, so here's the deal. When she calls, you gotta kind of watch it. But anyway, so she calls her and she's on a video call, and then she's like, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," sort of like that. Sort of flirty, but not really. And so there's a lot. You have to listen to it several times to see if there's any kind of flirtation in there.
Yeah.
It's vague enough that if you want to do a weird, like, cosplay scene with Valkyrie and Captain Marvel making out as some kind of romance, you want to theory craft that, it probably works. And also, I mean, come on, like, it's just fine. I don't understand. When you have a bunch of men in a movie, no one says that a couple of them have to be gay. But when you have a bunch of women in a movie, someone says one of them has to be a lesbian. Why is that? Is it because men are sexualized it? I think so. Anyway, that's it. Thoughts?
The actresses talked about that.
Yeah, I don't think they have a sexual relationship.
I don't know.
I don't. We'll never know. All right, next up. We got Star Wars news, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, yes or no? Are we getting season 4 of Mandalorian?
Yes.
No, we're not.
What?
We're not. It's not coming out.
What are you talking about?
We're not getting a season 4 of Mandalorian.
They're not doing a season 4 of Mandalorian?
No, they're going to do a movie called Mandalorian and Goku. It's going to be a movie now. But
aren't they also going to do season 4 of Mandalorian?
No. The idea was they're going to do the movie first,
sure?
and then do a show after that. But it's
okay. They're not going to do that now.
It's all fuzzy. They don't know what they're going to do, right? They have no idea. So it says here, with the announcement of the Mandalorian and Grogu, many fans are instantly questioning whether or not the Mandalorian Season 4 will be released or if the upcoming movie will replace it. According to a recent report from Deadline, the two projects are completely separate, meaning that Season 4 of the Disney Plus show is still in development and will not be affected by the Mandalorian and Grogu. And the same report also noted that Pedro Pascal may not reprise his role as Din Djarin in The Mandalorian. I don't know what's going on. If he's not going to be in it, then what's the point?
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's a kind of a mess right now. So, who knows? I mean, The
Mandalorian is a TV show. It's not a movie.
And it's very, very well received. Like, why would you not have a season 4? Like, what?
Right.
Star Wars going?
But it's a TV show. The Mandalorian works best as a Monster of the Week TV show.
Is Star Wars marveling this up? Is Star Wars messing this up?
They might be marveling this up. Yeah, they might be.
Is Disney messing this up? I think Disney's messing this up. Like, what are you doing, Disney? Star Wars writes its own checks. It's just like it just shoots money out of a money gun. How could you mess up Star Wars? This is.
But Jon Favreau is attached to be the director.
Well, he's good. And Mike, if you and I were in charge of Disney and we were making Star Wars and Marvel stuff, we would make better decisions than what they're making now.
Oh, absolutely, we would.
Why is that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't know. Last up, well, that was it.
We wouldn't have done the whole, we're giving away Grogu. No, actually, he's coming back.
I kind of like that storyline. There's announcements of movies and stuff for Star Wars. So here you go. The Mandalorian Grogu. There's going to be another Star Wars movie by Shimin Obed Chinoy. There's going to be another Star Wars movie by Dave Filoni. And it's going to be one by James Mangold. And we don't know what any of these movies are. But they're all.
Dave Filoni is the new
head of the
creative head of Lucasfilm. Yeah.
Like so here's my thing. Dave Filoni, if you're listening to this, get your house in order and take control. You need to take control. Do not let other people do anything else with Star Wars. You need to know who's doing what.
Supposedly all creative decisions have to go by him first.
Well, you need to do it and then keep control of it. Like, this kind of stuff does not work with a bunch of people doing what they want because it never works out. You need somebody in charge looking at all of it and keeping control of it. And so hopefully this guy, he knows this, right?
If they're going to do a movie of The Mandalorian, it has to be basically a 90-minute Monster of the Week episode.
Mike, I kind of think you're the only person that likes the Monster of the Week stuff.
No, people love it.
Do they?
People love it, yeah.
Do they? It's so like Monk, right? Like a Crime of the Week.
Yeah, Crime of the Week.
Did you watch Monk?
No, but there's plenty of detective shows. Your Kingpin actor guy, that's where he came from.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Monster of the Week.
It was Mystery of the Week.
What, Daredevil?
No. The crime procedurals
that Columbo?
No. Who's the Kingpin actor? Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Remember he used to cock his head to the side?
No. What show is he on?
I don't remember.
Yeah, a TV show?
Yeah, some crime show.
What was it called?
You got to watch like 3 episodes of it.
Huh.
In every, like, he always cocks his head to the side in like a real weird way.
Yeah, don't we all?
In every episode. It's part of his overacting.
You like the Monster of the Week stuff more than I do, which I respect. It's fun. Everybody has their own thing.
I mean, that's what Mandalorian is.
It is, but I don't.
And it's what Mandalorian works best as, and it's why Mandalorian as a character who never takes off his helmet also works really well as. You know?
I think taking off the helmet was the biggest mistake they ever did.
They could keep doing Mandalorian from now until forever with the helmet on.
Yeah, I agree with
that. And Monster of the Week, or Mission of the Week, whatever.
I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it's fine.
They could.
But anyway, Star Wars prints money, so don't mess up that train. That is it. Hey, Mike, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been doing this podcast?
You recently found out that we have been doing it for what, at least 2.5 years?
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing here? What is?
Was Loki season 1 really that long ago?
Yeah, man, I guess so. We started this during the pandemic. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now because Loki season 1 was. We started it after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was done. So Loki. So wait, what? So Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We started it after that series was over because we did one podcast about the entire series. Yeah.
So that came out in, I don't know.
And you told me about Falcon.
It came out in April 2021. So in April 2024 will be 3 years. We need to do something for our 3-year anniversary.
Yeah. Get some listeners, maybe?
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, that'd be kind of, that's really. We're going to get some people to listen to our podcast for our 3-year anniversary.
That's right. Yeah, that would be great.
I think at some point we should do a live show. I can go to your house or something. We get some beers. And
heck yeah, man.
That'd be fun. Maybe we'll do that sometime.
We should definitely do that.
I do go to North Carolina over the summer, so it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. And I also want to do one where like you and I get like the same meal and we eat like while we're recording.
Why are we doing that?
I don't know. Just be interesting. I think ASMR is a big thing.
I don't want people to listen to me eat.
Nah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
That actually makes me want to throw up.
It'll get the audience used to sounds in the background, so I'll have less editing to do.
If we do a live show, we'll do what we do. I know
what would our meal be though? Like I don't want to do McDonald's. I want to do something.
We'll do a beer tasting. That's what we'll do. We'll do a beer tasting.
Nah,
it'll be fun. I think it'd be fun. Just to taste a bunch of.
We could do a beer tasting when you're here in person.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat food over the internet.
We're going to do it. We're going to do that.
I'm not doing that.
We'll do it.
I'm not. And then you get a bunch of weirdos subscribing to our podcast. I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm not. There's no way you're going to get me to do it.
We're going to do it. Come on.
Okay. Anyway. So, Mike, how can people find a podcast and all these weird food noise people? What do you call them?
ASMR.
Yeah. Weirdos. How you get those people to get interested in our podcast?
Hit that share button right now and share it with your friends, people in your ASMR group chat, the people that you go out to eat with, so that you can listen to our eating episodes.
Nasty. If you like to listen to people eat, that's nasty. You're nasty. You're just dark. You're just nasty. I would judge. That's the only judgment. That's the only judgment I'll ever have.
I'm going to share an ASMR video with you after.
I'm not going. That's Jarvisism. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not even going to look at that.
I knew you were going to do that.
I don't even like to hear myself eat.
What are we talking about next week, Jarvis?
Echo episode 3.